This is me, GappaMagix. Here I am, about to go walking to where I filmed yesterday on March 8th, Sunday. Show what I filmed before, of what I saw digging in the ground, and as well there's boot prints next to it, and a stick that had mud on one part of the stick. Now, anyway, I'm gonna get there this way. I'm gonna walk through this way across area first. Hello, Governor. Little chipmunk. Now, if you're wondering why I'm walking through this way, is because of the liars that work at this hospital that make up stories about me. Now, whether you like hearing that or not, I just said that, and it is true. Beings that I was snowboarding around 8th Street Hill when there was snow there, and I would, cut over the walking path of their supposed property, and then slide down or snowboard down the side of the hill and kind of end up in the parking lot, right? And whoever said something, they said that I was rummaging around in the parking lot. Now, how the fuck am I rummaging around in the parking lot when I'm literally snowboarding and then taking off the bindings and brushing off snow or little bits of pricker bushes that are stuck to me? But anyway, why stop right here? This is bipedal humanoid poop. That is not deer poop. That is a big piece of poop. Now, some more trash around here. Pick up. So, I'll do that for you. Since I got nothing better to do. Since people want to say that I'm a word around the city. Well, guess what? There's a bunch of vice agents. For people that don't know what vice agents are, they are people that show up to places where people frequent, and then they pester people in an upright way where they think they can try to frame or gather information, or both, or accuse, make up a lie, and then throw it at the wall and see if it sticks. And then, as well, storytell, meaning sexism, ladies versus men, men versus ladies, or whatever it is. Oh no, what's going on here? And why do I say that? Is because all these ladies are the ones that are saying I'm doing something wrong when I'm not doing anything wrong. So, doesn't matter if you like what I'm about to say next, I'm just going to say it. A whole lot of these ladies that think they're God people, or whatever they think they are. First off, what's this? Well, anyway, they are, edging a thin line of right and wrong in the eternal realm of the gods, we'll just say. This looks like two huge footprints where they came and kind of just stopped right here, scuffed and stopped. And it's true too, because in my opinion, that's huge, like bipedal footprint. Looks like, hold on, looks like some type of claw mark, slightly, right there, too. I don't give a fuck right now what I said. And anyway, right there, that's a big piece of poop. That's not deer poop. And as well, knowing what had just happened at a location that I have nothing to say about besides horribleness. That just happened again, where I was sitting there doing nothing wrong on their Wi-Fi, and one of the workers decided to call the police and make up a lie about me. Made up a lie. I don't know really what she said, but I'm sitting there doing nothing wrong at the table, right where the door opens and you can walk into the building. I'm using the Wi-Fi and plugging the phone in. Simple as that. Stuff that legally I can do. And as well, they made up a lie saying that I'm talking to people and being rude. I never spoke to nobody. And guess what? At that location, that's not deer poop. At that location, they have audio-visual cameras, meaning all the cameras that are there at that place, there's audio on them. I'm not for sure if this was torn down recently or what, but I don't know. But here's what I came to look at. On top of, I guess, clean up some more trash for these the area here. But this is what I'm looking at over here. Oh, here's a piece of trash. I'll pick it up too. And anyway, that's a big footprint right there. That is a huge, like, I want to say bear print or canine print. That is huge. That's a unique step right there. Now, like I said, my boot prints aren't around here. I didn't do this. There's boot prints here though. And a stick right there. It looks like it was used for digging this hole. Now, not for sure really, but this is one of the main reasons why I'm back here. And right now, I'm looking at it. There's a huge footprint right there. Like whoever that was digging this hole, using that stick or log to dig it. Now, that's simple deductions, common sense. Just like somebody's common sense where they think that they can try to frame somebody because that's what they, think they're entitled to do. Well, whoever made up the lie at the place where I just was is, cursed now by God and Satan and Medusa. And due to the fact that I know it's a girl, guess what? I don't give a fuck right now then. So you stupid little bitches want to play a game and try to make up something on somebody? Well, guess what? There's going to be a lawsuit then. Me versus your whole building. Me versus that whole corporation. Because guess what? It's on film. Me not doing or saying anything. And they said I was saying something. Well, guess what? I was on the phone for a brief moment. I was on the phone talking. And at the end of the day, for them wanting to play a game, I'm running my mouth about it right now. Monday, March 9th, 2026. I am GappaMagix. Then they tried to make me say my name to these people, in front of these people. I said, I don't know who any of these people are in this building. I ain't telling you my name in front of them. You officers, and mind you, the officers that were there were two girls. And it's funny too how sexist they were looking at me. I'm gonna swear on my soul on this. I swear on the existence of humanity. They both looked at me like I'm the biggest piece of shit in the planet. When I never ever hurt a girl, I never ever disrespected a girl that didn't disrespect me first. Never stole nothing from a girl. Never made up a lie about a girl. Never abused a girl, mentally or physically. So anyway, now, those girls at that place, they're marked for curse by God and Satan. Whether you believe that or not, I'm saying it right now. And anyway, I don't give a fuck if you don't like me or any of that shit. Now, this is why I'm here, to film stuff new now, as well as pick up any more clutter. And as well, look at one more item where, like this tree. This tree is, in my opinion, just outrageous, where there's a whole different type of tree growing inside that tree. That's just like at the other spot, near the other part of the woods here. So, these people and their gang of men, because if you really want to get down to it, there was a federal agent or a vice agent sent to that place where I was the day before, which was yesterday when I was uploading what I was doing out here. Right before I got to where I was here uploading. And anyway, got into it with him within my legal rights. He started talking to me first. So him and I were basically argued at each other like we're talking to each other in church. Didn't cuss, didn't raise a voice, didn't really say anything, just basically talking shit to each other, a battle of wits. There's this thing, take it over there and throw it over by their lair for them. So when these people now, they want to play a game with me, try to make it look like I'm a bad word because of what is already transpiring upon me. How you say it, when the government in the state of Minnesota, along with the FBI, don't want to give me my inheritance money, and as well what they did to me at a bank, Blaze Federal Credit Union, meaning they made up a lie there. They stole a $3,900 99-cent check, and as well that's a pending lawsuit that I will mention right now, since I don't give a fuck, and since no lawyer wants to take that case. And they literally, I got it on film from their state prosecuting psychiatric examiner. Got that whole conversation, one whole hour and a half on film, him disrespecting me on Skype, Zoom, computer conference. He thinks everything's funny too, disrespecting me. One of the questions he asked me, do I know what year and who won the Civil War? You know what I said to him? Pretty sure that's over 100 years ago. That was before I was even alive. Why would I give a fuck? And anyway, just like that guy, he's a big piece of shit. And that's not deer poop. And then, as well, like I said about the other people, they're pieces of shit too. So I'll show you some more pieces of shit. That is deer poop. Pretty sure of it. Now, right here, this is what I showed you yesterday. This is like a 6-inch sub poop. And it isn't deer poop. Neither is that. Neither is that. Neither is that. Now, we're just basically proving, again, we're out here again proving that what I'm seeing and as well, I guess I'm reflecting what has just happened to me. Now here's this little bit or whatever. I'm just gonna take it, throw it right there. These people manifested fake lies about me here in the city, and no lawyer wants to take my case. So therefore, it's a, how you say it, government framework. Government trying to assassinate my character, or how you say, ruin my credibility as a young man. Now, first off, it's my right to wear this mask and this coat. Simple as that. Here's a piece of trash I'll pick up. Looks like they did not drink the water or juice, but maybe they did. There's some in there. I just dumped it out. Now, at the end of the day, pick up some of this trash here still. Then I'll go somewhere and upload it at not that location where I'm talking shit about, that store / restaurant. Nothing but bad things will happen there, in a sense of the curse from God and Satan and Medusa. Since it is girls making up the lie, Medusa will have to side with me, being that she knows that I'm not lying, and she hates that. If you really want to get down to mythology, and if you think I'm a word talking about this shit, I don't give a fuck what you think of me. I swear my motherfucking life. It's come to that now, where I'm sitting there minding my business, uploading my lawyer call that isn't, how you say, public upload. I'm just uploading it for fact that I called the lawyer. And anyway, and long story short, get on the phone, talk to somebody, hang up the phone in less than 2 minutes, sit there and I'm waiting, and then I see the police pull up at that location. So then I said, oh, it must be for me. Might as well take a piss real quick, wash my hands and get out of here. What's that? Oh my God. That wasn't here before. Hold on. First I thought it was a severed head. That's a pumpkin or a gourd. Yo. Wow. That was not here yesterday. And I was down here yesterday. So how'd that get here? Seriously. That's crazy. How did that get here? Seriously. This is the size of a basketball. Here's a piece of rubbish. Mountain Dew. Now I'll try to pick up this bucket over here. Like I said, I tried to the other day, but hey, look, here's another gourd. Someone's chucking gourds down here. Look at this. Oh, that's what it looks like when it's hollowed out. Hey, this was something where they attempted to build right there. Anyway, though, there's a bucket. Don't need that down here, but they may need it, the creatures. So we'll bring it to them where they can see it. That wasn't there yesterday. I have no idea how that got there. And I should know, I was here during the light yesterday, picking up all the trash, or a good amount of it. Well, just out of respect for them, I put it right here. Maybe they don't want it in their house, but put it right there on the side. And anyway, though, I don't give a fuck right now how I'm sounding. I don't care if you change the channel or unsubscribe or any of that shit. I'm willing to testify under Supreme Court justice everything I just talked about, how I got trespassed. I'm willing to testify under any amount of lie detector tests, any amount of anything. Human lie detector test or computer lie detector, machine lie detector tests. What's that? Just a rock. I'm picking up any small piece of trash around here too. I see something. Little bag. Now those boot prints that were over by that hole, they're red setter boot prints. Red Wing Red Setter. That's what the boot company's called, and the boot name. I should know that because when I was at the store, I'm not going to tell you which store I was at, but the store where I purchased these boots. And anyway, they had those boots there, and I was looking and examining them, meaning I thought about buying them. So yeah, so who runs the world? Girls, girls. Who lies about it? Girls, girls. Who makes up anything they want and try to make it stick? Girls, girls. So just know, for y'all doing what you just did to me, you are, how you say, unbound to whatever religious beliefs that you thought you believed in, or soul selling if you did sell your soul, meaning what I just said. Now, there's a piece of trash there. Go get it. First, to get this piece, since you're up on this little ledge here. So since, like I said too, since there's a bullshit lie about me here in the city before what just happened to me today, I'm gonna have to take this into, how you say, a national security breach of my rights, and have to fucking get me a out-of-state, or excuse me, out-of-country lawyer to battle these people in the courtroom about my rights and dignity as a man. And just because I'm wearing a mask and a black coat with black jeans and boots, that doesn't mean I'm a bad man. And as well, when I'm sitting there not doing anything wrong, I don't need to talk to anybody. And that's what the lady said. She says you just come in here, you sit down, you don't say nothing, and you just sit there. I said, isn't that what someone can do if they want to? Well, they don't need to let you. Someone's DNR license. Let's see whose it is. And they said they don't need to let you because that's their right, Minnesota law. They can trespass you if they want to. I said, oh really? And that's how I did it. I sounded like how the lady officer was talking to me, just to be an asshole to her. And then they wanted to get on their CBs and radio in my full name. I said, okay, so you maggots are trying, and I said, I didn't call them maggots, but I used the word you all. You all want to try to make me look bad, huh? There's going to be a huge court case then. And then they said, are you done yet? I said, are you done? I'm not doing anything wrong here. I'm talking shit to you, and I can. And then, mind you, I got a backstory on the officer that is a police officer. You don't want to hear that story. I'm minding my business I might as well shorten it though, 10 seconds. Minding my business, waiting to receive paperwork from the courts when I was trying to battle a prior court case that I had to battle myself, me versus the state and the police, and that they couldn't prove that either because of the cops, and these cops are still officers. So there's gonna be a case now, huge court case. I don't give a fuck who you people are, just like you don't give a fuck about me. That's what we share in common. Understand that shit. The only bad part is I got evidence on people, and you idiots don't have nothing on me besides bullshit word of mouth. I don't give a fuck what I sound like. I don't need your sympathy or pity or anything, really. Don't give a shit if you unsubscribe. Don't care if you don't like the video. Don't care if you type something about me on some forum. Don't matter to me what you fucking do. I'm talking shit right now, and you don't like it, then fuck you. And fuck your family then too, that means. And your gang of spies that are making up lies about me. So at the end of the day, I am GappaMagix. That is my YouTube name that I made up. I'm not going to tell you who I am since it's not that time to do it yet. But what I do know is what I just said. I'm going to win that court case, and then I won't go back in that building anyway, but I'm going to win that court case, me versus the city of New Ulm, Minnesota, and I'm not going to say the restaurant's name because that'd be giving them clout right now. So at the end of the day now, just know, within my rights sitting in your motherfucking establishment, not saying or doing anything wrong to nobody. And when you make up a lie about somebody and have the police show up, that means that you people are either vice agents, disrespectful, snotty bitches, both of those words, or some other word. And I don't give a fuck right now. But what I do care about is cleaning up for these creatures out here in the woods. That's what I do care about. Being cordial for the creatures. And it's funny too, people want to try to discredit my how you say, my due diligence is minding my business. First they want to say that I'm a problem in the bars, right? When I didn't do anything to nobody. I got that. I don't give a fuck right now if you call me whatever word. Got that shit backstory on film. I mean, I had the phone going in my pocket when I got asserted upon by two redneck crackers. I don't give a fuck right now. And then anyway, that's what they are. And due to the fact that I'm mixed and they know that I'm mixed by looking at me, I just called you people crackers. And now, that's a whole nother story. And then I stopped going to the bars, okay? And then they want to say, well, he doesn't do anything in this town anyway. He doesn't even drink. And then I said, why would I drink when you motherfuckers keep making up shit and having me get into verbal altercations at a bar where I'm trying not to talk to a man at all. Talk to the bartender, Mind you, this is when I used to drink 1 or 2 drinks at a bar right before closing time. And anyway, long story short now, since they want to play a game and try to assassinate my character as a young man, I'm running my motherfucking mouth, and if you don't like it, suck my motherfucking dick. These police officers in the city of New Ulm, Minnesota are going to see a lawsuit then, since they want to play a game where, oh, well, why would the worker call and say that? Why does anyone do anything? I say, all I know is that you, I've never met, and you, I have on film when you were disrespecting me when I was minding my business waiting for court papers, when I was standing in the courtroom, or how you say, in the court waiting area by the receptionist. So anyway, I said what I had to say to those 2 stupid bitches that are officers of the law, and I am whatever word they want to call me. I don't give a fuck. To me, they're just a bunch of bitches, sexist, halfway racist, white crackers. And at the end of the day, I will say that word, and due to the fact that I know that I'm right, I'm gonna have to take this to Supreme Court justice, possibly, me versus that restaurant. And the people that were, what's it called, making up the assumption or the accusation where I know I didn't say or do anything wrong, but they're saying that I did. So, hey, that wasn't there before. That was not right there before. No way. I see red. So it's here too, and it cut itself and marked the tree. Hold on. No way, this changes everything now. Right there. It did too. That is not paint. You can tell by looking at it. That's just like down at the state park. Hold on, I got shit on my gloves here. Hold on. I'll put all this down, take this off. Got stickers all over my glove and my coat. Man, like I said, I don't give a fuck right now if you don't like me or any of that shit. When I got the whole fucking fleet of vice agent pieces of shit little daughters, and that are, how you say, technically vice agents for the police making up a lie, I will run my motherfucking mouth. I will get, how you say, talking evil. And I don't give a fuck if you don't like it. And I don't care if that's not part of this upload. When I'm sitting there minding my business, when I know I don't do anything wrong, guess what? There's going to be a lawsuit. Me versus your vice agents around the city. And due to the fact of what happened the day before, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, where the vice agent that arrived there came running up in there and then tried to act tough towards me, and then, how you say, mean mug me, stare me down, and think I was going to say something to him. I didn't say anything to him. And then all of a sudden he starts talking shit to me, thinking that I waved my finger at him or something, when in reality I'm just like this. I was just kind of like waving my finger at the camera because I was making a video about something. And anyway, he starts talking to me, right? And I say, well, wait a minute, what's your problem? Are you hostile? Whoa, what are you waving your finger at me for? I said, first off, man, I don't know why you're talking to me. You got some type of mental problem, or you some type of vendetta at me? I have no idea who you are. Now, this man that they sent, about a foot taller than me, about 75 pounds larger. So at the end of the day, when people want to play a game and try to stop somebody's dignity from just being free will, from being in a fucking public place, then there's a fucking problem. And due to the fact that I know I'm not homeless, and due to the fact that I know I'm owed money, and due to the fact that I know I'm owed my phone to be, how you say, data friendly and compatible with making a phone call, to make a phone call or do anything without being near Wi-Fi, then there's a problem now where I have to litigate the phone company. And I never mentioned that, but I'm not even going to start talking about that. Just know that you fucked with somebody that, how you say, knows his rights to a point where I have to film myself because there's people making up stories about me, telling lies and saying shit that I didn't do. Look at this. That's put there. Anyway, that's enough. I'm done for right now picking up rubbish. Walking back, and got about, I'd say, 20 pounds of rubbish here. We'll walk back on the, I guess I'll walk the path. I don't give a shit right now how I sound. I don't give a shit about those people, just like they don't give a shit about me making up a lie just because they don't like what I'm wearing. Lady, this coat is a $280 American Eagle coat. See that right there, that marking? Might as well go all the way and show you. Got people that are telling stories about me, saying that I'm a bum or some shit. I'm not for sure really what the fuck they're saying. But right now, set this phone down right here for a second. Take off this coat here, show you the brand. Since you motherfuckers want to disrespect somebody, guess what? Bought this coat brand new. There's a little squirrel sitting there or something. I bought this coat brand new, alright? Back in 2020. And just because it's somewhat, how you say, tattered right there, or frayed, now I'm a bum, huh? Where's the other part? Wrong thing to say, wrong thing to do. Wrong man to do it too. So at the end of the day now, I'm gonna make this into a huge lawsuit, or at least try to. Just because they try to make me look like a word or a hostile when I'm not doing anything wrong. So when, the sad part is, I know that place, the restaurant slash eatery or whatever, has audio-visual footage cameras, meaning everything that ever will be spoken inside that building, especially if it doesn't have ambiance music background, will be on record. So at the end of the day, they just fucked up real bad. I see a piece of trash. I'm gonna go up and get it. I'm gonna leave the phone right there since I don't want to drop the phone. It's up in this hill. I'm gonna point to it though to prove that I'm doing it.